this story is about the 25 most popular passwords of this year. So, believe it or not, it's actually very important that you have a password that's not terrible. A password such as 12345 or password or the name of your favorite sport isn't going to do much in terms of if you get hacked. There's actually a pretty good documentary about Edward Snowden. I think it's called like Citizen 4 or something. But he actually talks about like how fast like a hacking program can guess your password depending on how complicated it is.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, like you're screwed. Like even if you do something that you think is like kind of crafty, like you know how they suggest like use one capital letter and an exclamation point or one symbol, but it's always exclamation point. I mean, if you're using a symbol, let's be real.
Maybe an asterisk.
Whoa.
Hardcore there.
Is that Tamara's email?
It's not. It's an exclamation point.
Everyone uses exclamation point. Because it's so easy. You just put it on the end. You're like, exclamation point.
Yeah, and then you put the number first.
Yeah.
Then the word.
That's how it works. So anyway, so he said like, for you to really have something that wouldn't be like an absolute breeze for one of these hacking machines or programs to get through your email, you have to have basically like a completely random combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Like no rhyme or reason. Ideally, you want like upwards of 15 characters.
So essentially, when you reset your password, what they send you, that random that you have to copy and paste, that is what you're supposed to actually have.
That's what you should be doing, right? Like, I mean, and I'm guilty of this. I'm sure most people are. Like, I don't want that password because I'm never going to be able to remember it.
Yeah. And we all have the same password for everything, which is like a double whammy. Like, they have your password for one thing. Yo, guess what? Let me try your bank account. Let me try this. Let me try that.
That's really bad.
And then they have access to everything.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone does that.
Everyone does do that. And that's why lots of people have identity fraud, lots of other things, scams.
Right. Because like you sign up for one, like, I don't know. I use the same password for pretty much everything with some minor variations.
Yeah.
And you sign up for one website that is like a little bit, you know, poorly built or whatever. And let's say you like order something, you know, you order like a t-shirt from an online realtor that's not retailer that's not like the most reputable. Maybe it's someone like selling their own t-shirts or something. And then their WordPress site gets hacked. And then all of a sudden, they have your account information that you created, maybe even your credit card information, and then they're like, okay, we've got a username and a password. Now we just try it on all these other sites
and
over
they
and over
won't
again.
realize it until the bank calls you and
tells you that you have no money.
Yep.
And why were you buying flat screen TVs
seriously.
in Alaska?
I call people like, did you realize you just bought 7 Mac computers? No.
That was not me. So, this leads us to our point. This is the list updated for this year of top passwords. It's a follow-up on our previous video discussing the top passwords from the previous year.
Also a list of passwords that if they are your password, go on your computer immediately after this clip finishes and you watch the rest on the stream. But go on them immediately and change your password right now.
Yeah, I mean, if your password is on this list, you are doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
I mean, the thing that, like, with all these passwords is kind of weird, though, is, like, you could just have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 be your password your entire life and nothing happens to you. And maybe you just got lucky, and every time you go to sign in, all you have to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But why take the risk?
I mean,
just think about it. You will be the person that gets something horrible happen to you.
Right. So, going down the list, some of the things that are interesting, new, and what hasn't changed. Okay, so what hasn't changed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the most popular password of all time. It has unchanged. Number 2, also unchanged, is password. Now, there are a couple that have been moving around in the top 10. Basically, the top 10 are different combinations of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, depending on how many digits you want to go. Popular this year is QWERTY. You may know QWERTY as the top 5, 6 digits of your keyboard, which is also convenient, very similar to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just one row down. Now, rounding out the top 10, besides all of the different combinations of numbers, are two popular sports. You have football and you have baseball. Now, football's up 3, breaching into the top 5 almost. They're at 7 this year. Last year they were at 10, while baseball is losing some of its juice and it's down 2.
That's interesting.
Men.
Everyone loves men. You can just say men.
Football.
Humans love football.
Humans love football. I mean, I don't know.
Or
is your
everyone's
password
just
football?
stupid. No, with my password. Is your password football? Yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
it
not.
is.
I 100%
It's rugby.
Yeah, that's my favorite sport. Rugby is not in the top 25. So if you're looking for a less or possibly
But
more
solo
secure,
is for all those single ladies.
yes, Solo. Which okay, so people actually
Han
speculated.
Solo.
Yeah. So that's Han Solo. So near the end of the list, for some reason, Star Wars, Princess, and Solo were popular. I guess because of the new Star Wars movies and everything. Other things that I found to be interesting on the list. I liked number 16, falling out of the top 10. So last year, this one was in the top 10. Falling out this year was dragon. Believe it or not, mythical creature.
It's because
very
they heard
popular.
our last segment and they're like, I need to change it right
They're
now.
like, oh my god,
Also,
everyone has my password.
Something that also has changed is Let Me In. And
Let Me
that
In.
has gone down 6 places to number 19.
Let me in is a good password.
Let Main.
Let main, low main is a good password. Login I also like. What else? What else is interesting here? Okay, so this is an interesting one. I don't even know if I can explain this to you because it's kind of next level. It's a new one. So it's 1QAZ 2WSX. So the way that you do that, maybe I need to actually just show the screen or my keyboard here. Okay, so 1QAZ. So you got to go like 4 in a row here. 1QAZ and then 2WSX. That's pretty good. I don't even know about that. That's
That's
pretty, That's some pretty
hardcore.
intelligent
The
stuff.
fact that lots of people are thinking the exact same thing about, guess what? No one's ever going to think about this.
Yeah.
Enough to get you on the list.
So there you have it, folks. You can check out the list in the description below if you want to see what other terrible passwords exist, terrible and popular. But there you have it.